Hi, and a very warm welcome to this channel. My name is Marlene, and in this video we're going to be talking about childcare options in Germany with a particular focus in Berlin. So if you've moved or you are thinking about moving to Berlin, this video is going to be interesting for you. In Berlin and in Germany in general, you have three different options for childcare. One is a childcare day center, the other one is a childminder, we call it in Germany Tagesmutter, or something called Kinderladen. I'm going to explain all the different concepts in more detail in this video. In Berlin, we have something called the Kita Navigator. It's an online web page where you can find all Kitas that have signed up there, and you can directly apply. I would definitely recommend to sign up at the Kita Navigator. I'm going to link it in the video notes below. Once you have signed up, you can look for Kitas all over Berlin. So I would recommend you enter your address where you're going to live, and you will find the Kitas around you. Childcare centers are introducing themselves there, so you can read about the concepts that they're offering, how big they are, how many children there are, and it depends on the age of your child which daycare centers are going to be available for you. You can find all that information on the Kita Navigator, and once you found Kitas that you like and that you want to apply for, you will also see there if they have spaces available right now or when they have spaces available. In case it says that there are no spaces available, you have the option to add your child to the waiting list. So in case a place becomes available, they're going to be contacting you, and then you can sign your child up. You have the opportunity to sign up with a maximum of 10 daycare centers. And in case one daycare center rejects you, you have again the option to use that one credit to contact another daycare center. There are small daycare centers, there are large daycare centers. They have all different concepts. Some offer bilingual education, some offer organic or vegetarian food, others offer sport activities. So it really depends what you're looking for and what would be a great fit for your child. So it's definitely worth looking through all the childcare centers that are on the Kita Navigator. You can add them to your favorites, and once you have found the 10 or less that you want to apply for, you can do it there directly. You will also receive a reply directly from the childcare center on the Kita Navigator. The costs for childcare vary very much in Germany. It depends on the federal state that you're living in. There are daycare centers for your children all over the city. Now, as I've mentioned earlier, you don't have to pay for daycare in Berlin, but you do have to pay for the food your child is eating at the daycare center. So that will be around 23 euros. The childcare centers also can charge you for extra activities. Like I said, some offer vegetarian, organic food, others offer bilingual education, and for these kind of services they can charge you extra. There's a maximum of 90 euros per month that the childcare centers can charge the parents in addition to the food that I said everybody has to pay. That depends on the age. If the child is 1 year older, they can go up to a maximum of 7 hours per day without needing any proof that this is necessary. If your child is 1 year older and you want to send it more than 7 hours per day to the Kita, you will need to prove that this is necessary. For example, you could ask your employer to send you a document that says that you're working full-time and that full-day childcare is necessary. The daycare centers also have different opening hours. Some already take kids in at 7 a.m., some are open until 6 p.m. So very often you will find daycare centers that are open all day long because some parents work in shifts. So sometimes it's important to already be able to drop off your child early in the morning or pick them up later. In case you want to drop off your children early in the morning or pick them up again late in the evening, you have to prove that this is necessary. For example, that you are working in shifts, and then that's not a problem. If your child is under the age of 1, you will also need to prove that it is necessary to send your child to daycare. You could prove that again by showing that you need to work, and then you will also be able to do that. If you're on parental leave, for example, and your child is under the age of 1, you will need to look after your child, and you can probably not send them to the childcare center quite yet. Maybe a childcare center is not the right option for you. You also have the opportunity of a Tagesmutter. A Tagesmutter is someone who looks after children in her own home. Usually she takes children up to the age of 3 and up to 5 children maximum. The third option that you have is the Kinderladen. A Kinderladen is a bit of a different concept. It is run by educators as well as parents. In a Kinderladen, it is expected that parents get involved a lot more, for example, by organizing breakfast or by organizing lunch. It's always going to be different parents on different days, but if you send your child to a Kinderland, just be mindful that this would be normally requested of you to be more involved than at a traditional daycare center or at a Tagesmutter. If you want to send your child to daycare, you're going to be needing something called a Kita voucher. What is the Kita voucher? The Kita voucher determines how many hours your child needs childcare. Like I said earlier, it depends if you're working or if you're not working, how old is your child. All of these are contributing factors on getting the Kita voucher for specific hours. Once you found a place that will take your child, you will need this Kita voucher in order to apply and secure yourself a spot. I'm going to link everything in the video notes below. By clicking on the link, you can directly go to apply for the Kita voucher, and it will also include all information around the documents that you will need to get the Kita voucher. Now, what else do you need to know? Childcare centers usually close for 3 weeks in the summer, most typically in July or August. Because school starts in August, usually places become available in August as well, and that's when the majority of new kids are being accepted in the childcare centers. Once your child is accepted in the childcare center, something called the Eingewöhnung starts. It's the time your child needs to settle at the daycare center. In that time, you will be requested to come with your child every day to the childcare center. It can be an hour in the beginning, then it can be a couple of hours, and it will stop when your child actually feels comfortable and safe at the childcare center, and then you don't have to go with it anymore. Your child is entitled to a place at a daycare center. In case you're really struggling and you cannot find a daycare center, there's going to be help. You can contact the Jugendamt, who will help you to find a place at a daycare center. But be mindful, it doesn't necessarily have to be a place directly close to you. It could be that you maybe have to travel half an hour in order to drop your child off at the daycare center and pick it up again. Thank you very much for watching this video. I would be really curious to hear from you. Have you found it easy to find a place for your child at a daycare center? Are you still looking? What's your experience? And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe in case you want to see more videos like this. I'm going to post new content every Tuesday.